Okay, guys, we're back with another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest. I'm Seth from the Onus on the podcast, and this episode we're going to be talking about the recent news around rapper Tay K getting convicted to 80 years in prison for a murder charge. Now, in America, you guys do it crazy with your prison sentences. You're giving this dude 80 years, bro. 80 years. This kid is like my age, like early to mid 20s, and this guy, he's not making out of jail, obviously. But if he was, dude would be like in his 100s by the time he gets out of jail, which I guess, if that's not a deterrent to murder, then basically nothing is, apart from literally a death sentence, which I'm not an advocate for. But yeah, TK got convicted of the 80 years. He was actually to be charged for two murders. He got found non-guilty of the capital murder and then got found guilty of that lesser murder charge. I say lesser. The dude got given 80 years in prison, minus time served. I think he's been arrested since 2017. So that's a 6 or 7 more years. So really, it's like a 73, 74 year sentence. I didn't say only, because even that is, again, it's still the rest of your life. Obviously, it's just my opinion, it's just a huge shame for the entire situation. Obviously, Tay-K is a tremendously talented rapper, and of course had that his first and I think really his only major hit with Tay-K the Race. Now that tune right now has got over 200 million views on YouTube. I haven't got the Spotify numbers in front of me. However, that YouTube video isn't on Tay-K's YouTube channel, so his own YouTube channel, it's on someone else's. So I don't think Tay-K is probably really getting paid for that, which again is a huge shame. But like I said, Tay-K is a hugely talented rapper. And to be fair, even though you're in prison, it doesn't actually necessarily mean your music career is over. In terms of the way technology is now, guys are able to keep, their music careers for quite a long time. Quite a long time, and can record music through the jail and all this stuff. To be fair, Tay-K, now that Tay-K is, sort of convicted and going to be in prison, is no longer just in police custody, because now he'll go to jail, or prison rather. He'll go to prison now. So I don't know what prison he's going to go to. What I mean? I don't know what prison he's going to. I don't know if he's going to be in there with some other rappers, because other rappers are always going to prison, man. Rappers are always going to prison, and like I said, I would not mind seeing a Tay-K, YNW Melly collab while they're in prison, an R. Kelly collab, Young Boys in and out of prison always, a Young Boy collab. I think Dirk's going to be in prison. I mean, if he's convicted for the murder for hire charge, I think Dirk's currently fighting. If he gets convicted of that, then he might be in prison with Tay-K. Yeah, whereabouts in the States, whereabouts these guys are in prison, I don't know. But there's potentially some opportunities there. But like I said, it's really just a shame that a guy who's so talented, and of course he went viral for sort of almost committing these crimes, where he committed these crimes and then went on the run and made the video The Race, and the video is shot while he's on the run. He's having like a house party with other kid friends. And it's crazy because dude's a kid. Dude's like 17, 18 in these houses with other 17, 18-year-olds with guns and partying. It's nuts. Rightfully so, it went viral, right? If you see a kid doing that who's just murdered someone and that's now rapping about it and on the run from the police while partying, that's a video we're all going to click on, right? So, Tay-K done his thing with that, and it's a good song as well. At the end of the day, it was a tune that a lot of the guys were bumping at the time, and I just listened to it again just before I started recording this video. And yeah, it's a good song, man. Great beat, catchy song. But like I said, it's a shame that 3 people's lives were basically lost in this. I know Tay-K wasn't convicted guilty of the capital murder, but that guy's dead. Nonetheless, that guy's dead. His family's gonna, miss him. So that person's, lost their life. The person who Tay-K was convicted of murdering, that person's obviously lost their life. And now Tay-K is going to be in prison for the rest of his life. He's effectively lost his life. Now, he's got that crazy viral tune, but he can't enjoy any of the fruits of it. He can't buy a new house. He can't buy a new car. All he can buy is prison food and some cigarettes, maybe. So It's crazy, and there's loads of examples like this. I know there's tons of examples in UK rap. I might make some videos about that, but crazy cases going on. But murder, obviously, murder's the worst it can get. Right, when you're facing a murder charge, it's always going to be hard. And there's probably percentages conviction rates, and of those convicted, they probably serve a vast majority of their sentence. But yeah, crazy stuff. But Take's been convicted to 80 years for murder, and the guy who made the race, he's clearly run out of time and run out of track on this race, and feds have caught up with him, and that's it for Take. But yeah, another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.